Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back. On the note of privacy and phones and things like that, it seems people really don't get what's going on. I get people telling me, oh, well, I'm just going to write a no contract, or because they do a blank endorsement, I'm going to do a specific endorsement. You don't quite get it. You don't quite get it. Let me give you a little simple example of how these things evolved. Back when wars used to take place, they used to use telegraphs to send messages to one another. And the way telegraphs are intercepted is in between transition. If the sender is point A and the recipient is point B, anywhere between point A and point B, that information that's being sent is open to be captured by anyone. In today's world, whenever you deal with anything relating to your phone, it uses radio waves and the varying degrees of said radio waves. Whether it be Bluetooth, mesh network, whatever it is, cell phone tower, all that. Whenever you're using anything related to the phone call, there's a Kalia law and many other laws that's been passed that says anything in between that transition, they can catch it and use it. You merely saying that you did a blank endorsement and now you're doing a specific endorsement, or you're saying no contract, that means nothing, because you are using their cell phone towers. And thus they can sell the information between transition of those cell phone towers, because it's a private contract that you're entering into. And there's someone first aligned to said private contract that you're entering into to receive service from those phone service providers or those telecommunication companies. And the first in time, first aligned, believe it or not, is the quote unquote United States and its enclaves, through several public laws that says that if you're a telecommunication company, whatever is in transition between anything between you and your clients, we have hold to it. It's called a third party doctrine. Look up these basic things before you come to a conclusion that you send in something regarding blank endorsement, specific endorsement, or you don't consent to it. Yet here you are using their service. Here's your solution. You need to look into how open source phones work. You need to look into how your privacy can be protected based on the programming of the phone that you use. Outside of that, you're still lying to yourself about what you think privacy is when it comes to phone. Everything in transition of what you're doing on the internet or your phone can and has been captured. Simple as that. You sending some stuff, and here's the thing with people: they think their act of sending things on paper and putting some ink on paper is sufficient. No, you have to perform to it to make it valid. You have to know how phones work. The least you can't do is say someone is not telling you this. When you see that someone is letting you know, look, these cell phone towers are communicating with your phone over and over, and each app in your phone and sending information to them, and it's been sold and it's being used to track you, geolocation, all the information you have, your text, your nudes, whatever porn website you visited, whatever it is that you're doing that you think you don't want people to know, all that is being disclosed, whether you're a male or a female. And you're saying your solution is you just do some specific endorsement as to how you sign it. Those papers are torn and shred after they've been scanned the same day that you signed them. What happens is there are clauses within the terms and conditions to which you did not even read within the telecommunication company that says that whatever you sign and say, we have to say to supersede that type of endorsement of how you sign the contract where we'll be providing service. It's very simple. Do you think these people will structure the language of the terms of agreements to contract with you, which is a private contract, because these telecommunication companies are private companies? Do you think they will structure the language of their private contract with you in a way that's going to put them in an inferior position? And the odds are you don't even read these things word for word. And if you do, you see certain sections and you read it and interpret it in a way that benefits you. The reality is that you need to know how technology works. Take it from there. Rather than saying you're going to put something in pen and paper and that's it. Use phones. Do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want, but there are specific types of phones that you need to use to prevent these from happening. And there are measures you can take to prevent it from happening. That's what you need to focus on. You need to be actively engaged in your life rather than thinking you putting something on pen and paper is sufficient to fix your issue. Until next time, take care. Best of luck.
I have a Patreon page and I'm inviting you to come join. Whether you're interested in discharge, we show everything about how it's done and my own experience. Consistent posts are made explaining many things regarding said discharge. Many will seek and simply wouldn't find. Those dealing with mortgage issue or want to know more about it, to speak of it. For those dealing with basic stuff like traffic issues, we speak about the solution, and I show it from my own experiences and how I permanently prevent any such issues. Those learn about trust, different types of trust. We go over so many things consistently regarding trust. We show the IRS manuals. Those who are interested in suing and making money through debt collection or other means, we go over it. We show it. I show my own settlement checks and the things that I've done as a personal experience. Those interested in banking, we show subtle details and intricacies of the things that I have learned. For those interested in other things like the IRS forms and how to put it to use, we show it, explain the details. For those interested in court-related matters and intricacies, we always show it. For those interested in the spiritual aspect of things and how it works, we show and explain it. Those with child support matters, we explain and we show everything in detail also. Great puzzle pieces that can never be found in other social media platforms, but we explain it all as it relates to many different things. For those interested in express trusts and the issue of how not qualifying for taxation, which I call dinking, how it relates to any other type of trust or any other affairs, and how you can intertwine your affairs into the different types of discharge that exist and lack of qualification for taxation. Speak about it. The truth about really recusing attorneys and the whole foreign agent registration and attorney lawyer number, we speak about it. Speak about how to really bring about juries, and some of the comment section asks good questions and greater answers are given. Speak about how to get and use tax exemptions for vehicle use and sales. You don't have to belong to some organization. You can actually get yours according to the language of the legislature within your state. Go over the details that a lot of people mentor about regarding Article 1, Article 3. What really makes a court? It's not limited to just your paperwork. Most people don't know. We go over business matters for those with actual businesses, S Corp, C Corp, LLCs, those who are business minded and those who make monies. Go over other things that a lot of people don't know functions internationally. We speak about a lot of other spiritual related matters. Details on how to bring criminal charges, what it truly means to bring criminal charges, what a bill of particulars, how to recuse a judge, details of the parliamentary rules in court and legislature, different things about standard of evidence and burden of proof, different things that a lot of people will speak of. Discovery. But did you know there are 6 types of discoveries? You know how to intertwine your LLCs and S Corps with an express trust, how to not make them taxable. Do you know when Trinity versus Pagliaro really is involved? Do you know how to use your home as a home office? And the many details involved. Go over the injunction and how to enforce the different types of injunctions that exist. The intricacies of how data brokers exist and how they steal information. Not just the credit bureaus, but many data brokers and how you can prevent them. We go over grants, getting grants. We go over issues and solutions of CPN and how they're created. There are about 6 or 4 to 5 different parts that were created. We go over caveats where people say sue them, but they don't really know. We go over the things to do after you sue them. We go over the issues of privacy and technology. All the whole thing about perfection of security interest, UCC, and how to use it and how to monetize the birth certificate, all that. We go over the details. There are a lot of principles and documents people don't know about that we go over. Go over how to really do the copyright and details involved in it. Go over how to simply do a trademark. It's far more easier than you think. All these people telling you go to a trademark office, do this, write this letter. It's not that difficult. Go over how to fill out the GSA bond box at a time, and so many more. How to get settlement checks, how to put your vehicle in a trust. I show you from my own experiences, form for form, step by step. We go over the different types of relief to be granted. The type of relief you seek invokes the type of jurisdiction that you fall under. All these people speaking about chancery, equity, at law, common law. The relief that you seek is directly tied to the type of jurisdiction. We go over the CPN, how it's created. Go over how to obtain bonds, where to do it. Go over the different types of discharge and some more. We explain each of those types of discharge. We explain how trademark and copyright is affiliated with asset protection. We go over how to prove trust. We go over the different types of fraud. We go over the importance that many people will never know. So many more. I show my own experiences in the audio calls from court cases of how I get different types of settlement checks. Go over different types of discharge. There's so much more that it can't even completely be spoken of here regarding trust. We go over how to create it step by step, and many more things that will never be shown on YouTube or any other platforms. Go over all the principles that people don't know about. When they speak about statute of limitation, well, fraud does have a statute of limitation, but do you know how to subvert it? As to why that phrase fraud has no statute of limitation to bring it to life, most people don't know. There's so many things that we speak about. We speak about how to garnish people's checks and people's property. There's a form that you use for that. People don't know about it. Speak about details regarding foreign trustees. Speak about spiritual related matters. And on the Instagram page, if you get to join, come on over. There's also a Facebook page where questions and answers are posted and other reminder links to certain videos are shown. Until next time, take care. Best of luck.